Hello everyone. In this particular video, we'll talk about how to calculate movement cost in case of a process-oriented facility layout. What you see on the screen here is there are four different departments, A, B, C, and D, for which the volume or the load that travels from one department to another is given to me, which we often call as a flow matrix or a load matrix. So what this really means is, let's say there are 30 units that travel from A to B, 5 units from A to C, 20 units from A to D, and so on. The rooms are arranged in a row with 20 meters between each. So this is our current layout. I have four departments, all of them are arranged in a row, and the distance from the center of one to the center of the second department is about 20 meters. I'm sorry. In order for you to calculate your movement cost, which is load or volume times distance, the volumes are given to you. So what we'll do is we'll now calculate the distance between them. So I'll simply copy this and call it my distance matrix. I'll also delete all my flows because now this is where I want to put down my distances. So the distance within a department is 0. So A to A, there is no distance. From A to B, if I look at my current layout, the distance between A to B is 20 meters. From A to C would be 40. From A to D would be 60. Similarly, between B to A, that's 20. B to C would be 20. And B to D would be 40. C to A would be 40. C to B would be 20, and C to D would be 20. And lastly, from D to A, that's, I am so sorry about this, 60, 40, and 20. Right? So at this point, we have all the volumes that go between the departments as well as the distance between the departments. In order to calculate my movement cost, all I need to do is basically multiply these two columns and add up. Right? So what I want is 30 times 20 plus 5 times 40 plus 20 times 60 plus 5 times 20 and so on. Right? So I have to just keep multiplying the respective cells and then add them all. In Excel, we'll use the function called sum product. Select all my volume, comma, my distance, and it will do exactly what we need here. Right? So my movement cost, is basically $5,500. Right? Now let's say you move around some departments, right? So I'll just put in a thought here. Let's just copy this table and this arrangement here. And come here. Now let's say I move things between let's say I move C and D and B. Right? So let's say I come up with a modified layout based on my rules, and this is my new layout. Right? If I want to calculate the movement cost of this modified layout, what I'll do is again prepare a new distance matrix. Now what I'll do is my loads do not change, so this table will not change. What will change will be the distances. So again, I can put within the department at 0. Do not change the sequence of these A, B, C, D here, right? But based on your layout, now the distances would change. So distance between A and B is now 60. A and C is 20. A and D is 40. B and A is 60. B and C is 40. B and D is 20. C to A is 20. C to B is 40. And C to D is 20. D to A is 40. D to B is 20 and D to C is 20, right? In order to again calculate my movement cost, it would nothing but a sum product of volume, comma, distance, and now my movement cost is $6,700. Right? So this is really how we calculate movement cost. The couple things that I want you to be careful here. One, never change the sequence. Because you're multiplying the two, you want to make sure that whatever is going between the departments, that distance is maintained. So if 30 files are moving from A to B, based on this layout, the distance between A to B is 60. The total movement cost between only A and B would be 60 times 30 plus 5 times 60, right? So if you're calculating the movement cost between A and B, it's A to B plus B to A. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching.